Thank you, Lord. Hey, beautiful people. I decided to go live because a few reasons. I didn't want to hold the video up from uploading and having to edit it and all of that. So I wanted to go ahead and go live real quick. I'm a little, I guess the word is solemn right now. Not because of the video, I don't know. I don't really know why I am. I'm typically, a lot more energy and all of that. I think I just have a lot riding on this particular video. I think it's a message that needs to really get to a lot of people. And I think maybe there's pressure in the spiritual realm because of that. So please excuse, you know, how I'm relaying the message. So I hope all is well with everyone. A little bit behind why this video is even becoming a thing and why I'm recording this video. For those of you who do not know, I married my husband in 2017. In October of 2017, we began to date. We got married in 2018, but I was divorced in June of 2017. And the relationship was very tumultuous. It was very hard. Cops were called a lot in this relationship. He was very verbally abusive. Toward the end of the relationship, it became a little physical. And I had a small child at the time. My little girl was 7. And he would kick us out when he was angry. He withheld emotionally. He withheld financially. He withheld, he would take my car keys. I'm mentioning all of this because fast forward 2017, I'm single. I am really enjoying my time with God. I'm really enjoying being single, but not only that, I was really enjoying the growth that I had been noticing, and just the journey that I was going on with God. He was showing me things that I could have done differently in the marriage, things that I had done wrong, showing some issues, issues that I had that I brought into the marriage, and just opening my eyes to things. I have a video on the dream he gave me that told me to go ahead and that I had the okay to divorce. So in the midst of all of this, he was basically telling me, showing me. So I was enjoying that. And so all summer I did that with the Lord. And October of 2017, I met my husband, my now husband, and immediately he treated me like his wife. He provided anything that I needed. He took really good care of me emotionally. He was there for me and my daughters at the time. I had 2 daughters, an 8-year-old and a 1-year-old. He was really wonderful, but I immediately got scared. I felt like I didn't like it. I didn't like how it made me feel. It made me feel extremely vulnerable. It made me feel like I was putting myself in another predicament that I would regret. I was so scared. And I remember having a conversation with him during our courtship, and I told him, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want you to help me. I don't want your help. I don't want whatever you're giving me, this love, whatever this feels like, I don't like it. And I broke up with him. And during that 24-hour period after I broke up with him, the Lord began to really minister to me. And he said, Fagan, you have to open your heart again to be able to receive love. What you experienced, not only with your ex-husband, but with all the relationships before that, was not love. and you equate love with pain. So when you feel love, you are bracing yourself for impact. You're just waiting for that moment where you regret even allowing yourself to be loved. And so I noticed that I was doing that with my husband. We've been married for 3.5 years, and it wasn't until maybe 4 months ago the Lord began to really minister to me. And I don't even know if it was the Lord ministering to me about 4.5 months ago. I think it was more so growth had happened, a metamorphosis has happened, and I began to allow him to love me. Now, this is 3.5 years in. This is after another child was added to our love joys. This is during the time where we were ministering to people. And all of this, I was still living with my husband in this wonderful marriage we had, but I really was not accepting his love, down to even the way he loved me. I think women, we are so used to the kind of treatment that we get from men that we really don't really recognize what love is. And we think that when we have these experiences with men and we fall in love and we're in these relationships, that we are actually in love and we are experiencing what love is. But in all actuality, we're really not. It's a perverted form of love. And because it's so perverted, it leaves us broken. It leaves us in pain, heartache, heartbreak. And in time, the Lord will heal. But even after we heal from those heartaches and heartbreaks, we still have to learn how to open ourselves up again to be able to receive what real love is. And so we find ourselves surrounded by people and getting into circumstances and relationships that we are not ready to be in because we have not really accepted or not have made ourselves ready to accept love. And not saying that I was not ready to marry my husband. That really wasn't my choice. The Lord definitely had his hand there. But if I had married somebody who I was not destined to marry, he may have not been equipped to handle me and to help me heal the way my husband has. I don't know if somebody who isn't graced for you can stay with you during a time where you're not accepting his love. I don't know if the grace is not there to live and maneuver and journey with you through that journey that you have of learning how to accept love. I don't know if they can do that with you. It will cause a lot of frustration, a lot of strife. They will have a hard time loving you through that. And so that's why my husband and I talk about being with the person that God has predestined for you to marry. And some of you may not agree. Some of you may not know that that is a thing. But God will not, he doesn't create anything without purpose. He foresaw everything and mapped it out, rewound it and played it back, and we're just living it. So every path that we go down, everything that we do, he's already seen it. He knows the end from the beginning. So that means he knows who your spouse is. He knows who you're supposed to marry. He knows who he's graced for you. That's why I don't believe in the whole, well, you just marry who you have the most, chemistry with. Chemistry is dangerous because someone that you have chemistry with might just mean that they're a really good friend, but does not mean that they are equipped to walk you into destiny. And so I just thank God that the Lord has really helped me get through this. But I wanted to talk to you guys about this because so many of us, we talk about this on our channel, marriage. We talk about finding your spouse and finding God's purpose for your life. And although that is very important, that is the most important thing really on this earth, is to find God's purpose for you and walk into destiny. That is the purpose, right? Although that is, we also have to understand that when we are going to walk into this marriage, we are going to find this husband, or this husband's going to find us. We have to be open to receiving love and really identifying what love is. What does that look like? What does that feel like? When my husband and I started dating, I called him one day and I said, "Hey, are you interested in me? Like, are you, attracted to me?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, it doesn't seem like you are. You're not." Babe, can you get JoJo? She's at the door. Sorry. You're not pursuing me. You're not trying to hold my hand. You're not, you give me these church hugs. And I had this conversation with him, and I remember him saying, "Well, Fagan, I'm protecting you. I'm protecting myself. I'm making it so that we're saving ourselves from marriage. So why would I put us in a predicament where we will fail?" And he said, "Of course I want to hold your hand. Of course I want to hug you. Of course I want to do all of these things, but I am exercising self-control not only for myself, and I'm exercising that self-control for you." And that opened my eyes, and it gave me some insight, and it made me realize, wait a minute, I'm receiving, or I'm accepting, I'm open to receiving love in a perverted way. I don't even understand what attraction looks like. So you mean to tell me you're attracted to me, but you're not lusting after me? What is this? I don't know what that feels like. I was so used to men lusting that I didn't really understand that a man can be attracted to you, but want to actually get to know you, wants to protect you through a courting process. And that is actually the best form of love. It's him showing you, hey, I love you enough, I care about you enough to protect you and cover you while I get to know you, while I figure this out, while I go to the Lord and see if you're my wife. And I was so broken, and my perception of love was so distorted that I was actually angry with the man for not drooling all over me. And I apologized to him. And I remember the Lord telling me years ago, before I met my husband, he told me years ago, the guy because I was so nervous, I was, newly saved, I was, committed to the Lord, I was deciding to not, to practice abstinence. But I said, "Lord, I don't know how am I going to control myself. I'm so used to, And he said, "The man that I have for you is going to be stronger in this area than you are." I said, "Okay." Well, every man after that, because I was not waiting for the man God had for me, I was just dating. Every man after that was not stronger than me in that area whatsoever. It was the very opposite. They would say, "Oh, I'll do this for you," and they were just waiting for another opportune time. And usually they would find that opportune time in my weakness. But so when my husband said that to me, "I'm protecting you, I'm covering you," I realized he was so much stronger than me in this area. And our whole engagement process, our whole dating and courting process showed that. And that was just another snippet that I wanted to share with you guys, to show you that our vision and our perspective of love and what love looks like is so distorted, because it's been hit by so much trauma in our past that it's so very unhealthy. And so I don't have the answer for you. I don't have this, I don't like videos like that where people say, well, 10 ways to do this and 10 ways to do that. You really just have to follow the Lord. You have to seek after him. What I've been doing in the past 4 years of my life, I have been really just getting to know God more. And as a result, I'm getting to know myself more. He's showing me. He's showing the things that I need to change and how to kind of grow with him. And through that growth process is where I'm seeing the maturity. And now I'm able to accept my husband's love, and I'm able to acknowledge what love is and what that means for my husband, what that means for me. And then not only that, but I've grown to accept God's love in a more open way. And because of that, now I'm able to walk into a wonderful life with my husband, and accepting his love. I asked my husband before I started recording this, I said, how's it been being with me for 3.5 years and fighting to love me? And he said it was frustrating. He said, but I figured, I'm going to do this with you. We're going to do this together. But he did say that it was frustrating. He did say that it was hard. But he said something about patience. He said, all I knew is I needed to be patient. Holy Spirit just kept telling him to be patient. And love is patient. So seek God, continue to go after him, continue to grow in him, being in the right place at the right time, making sure that you're being in obedience, being led by him in all you do. And I think that that's really the remedy. God is always the answer, right? So that's it and that's all. I don't want to hold you guys too much longer. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. If you have any questions, don't leave them in these comments because they disappear once the live is over. But you can email me at journeying2self-channel@gmail.com. My husband and I also have a Zoom house church meeting every first and third Monday of every month. So we'll be having one next Monday. Yes, next Monday. I had to look at the calendar in my head. We'll be having a house church Zoom meeting next Monday. It does start promptly at 7 p.m. Eastern time. We try not to let anybody in the Zoom meeting after 8, and it usually lasts until about 9:30. If you're interested in that, I can send you the Zoom link. You just have to email me. It's journeying2self-channel@gmail.com, and I'll send you the link. And we talk about pretty much everything we talk about on this channel. So it's pretty good. And yeah, I'll go ahead and let you guys go. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. All right, bye.